Hello, beautiful souls. I have some wealth building messages from the spirit. And the number one message that this collective needs to know about building wealth and stabilizing yourself financially is understand that the word wealth includes health in it. Okay, so health is the truest currency. Like most, what do we say? Most like there's a word for it. Most precious and most precious currency. No amount of money can truly buy a health. Okay, yes, you can get foods and healthy self-care, but you still need to build a healthy lifestyle to have a health. You can eat all the right foods, and but if or like get like eat all the medicine and the doctor treatment, but like if you are not still putting time into exercising, time into getting into your unprocessed emotions, because poor health, one of the root causes of poor health is poor beliefs, that you may be feeling around like, okay, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve it, and all of that. I'm not worth it to be healthy. In my case, that was the issue for a very long time, because in my entire family history there is no person who was truly genuinely healthy. Okay, everyone lived with poor health, everybody. you know so I felt like, oh my god, if I start to have good health, I'm going against my family. I'm doing something that has never been done in the family. And I felt like if I start to become healthier, then like I will lose the connection, because I'm going to be looking very different than anybody in my family. So finding those kind of false loyalties, or the loyalties towards family patterns that are not serving you well, you need to get out of those unhealthy loyalties. But yeah, coming back, money cannot buy you health, even if it can buy you the access to good health care and good. Bring magic in your life with my magic paintings. This painting says, dearest God, dearest mother, thank you for guiding me. Thank you for leading my way. When you live around this painting, the way you start to move in this world very bravely, confidently, courageously, you would find yourself becoming most braver, bolder, confident version of yourself, and it's just so much divine guidance and peaceful energies into your life. Super powerful. Super. You can't miss the magic. You can't. I'm telling you, you cannot. Okay. Also, you can hire me and I will channel a customized magic painting uniquely for you. A painting that will bring lot of success, high vibrations, good energies, power, love, and like sacred, peaceful, pure energies into your life. It's so powerful. And a food, but that's not always true. People who are so rich, they don't take care of their health, and hence they're losing their health and also their wealth. So start taking care of your health and your wealth will start to build. Number two is that calmness. You gotta make sure that your mornings are slower. Slower. It's calmer. Your nervous system is not running on creating drama. Like if you grew up in home where there was constant conflicts, constant shouting, constant fighting, constant disagreements, and those disagreements were not, nobody was healthily resolving it. It was just like they were carrying that anger and that kind of resentment towards each other, just carrying it in their heart, and then it would come out in like shouting. And just the only way that people connected in your home is when they were fighting. Like the only time they were talking to each other is when they were fighting and all of that. So then your nervous system is programmed to be in fight. And to get out of these patterns, it requires you to be, you know, being in a calm environment for a consistent period of time, like years, literally years, so that you can teach yourself a new way of being. Okay, so prioritizing that calmness. And yesterday morning there I had not yes is was it today, no, yesterday, yeah, I felt that sensation that after living away from my family for 5 years, and before that I was in college, so I would visit home sometimes. So 2014 there I left for college, and then till 2014 to 2019 I was in college. I was not, I didn't know anything, how to process. I was just out of home after surviving that intense chaotic, like, environment which was so abusive on, like, mentally, emotionally, verbally, sexually. And I had like no life, like, I had no confidence. I didn't know how to talk to people. I had so much shame inside of me. I couldn't look at people, and I was constantly worried. I felt so small about myself. And then when I came out of came out of home into college, then I started to do drugs. Like, I started to being in the company wherein people were doing a lot of drugs, and hence I was, and that just kept me away from, you know yeah, when you do not know how to healthily process your emotions, you will find yourself naturally going towards drugs, weed, cocaine, and all these nonsense, okay, or alcohol. You will find a way to numb your emotions. You will naturally be drawn to it. But then suddenly I started to find writing, and then painting came into my life, and it was just then I never went back, like, then I never, since 2019, 2020, no, 2019, I have been super clean, never had anything. But yes, 2015 to 2019, these 3 years, I was, just numbing it through weed or through other drugs and all of that for a little while. Uh, what was I? What was I talking about before I started to tell you all of this? Where was I before I started to talk about all of this? Oh my god. Stay here. Let me remember, okay? Oh god. Oh my god. I was talking about, yeah, calmness and slowness. Yes. So yesterday morning, uh, after, like, since 2020 not going home, since 2020 I only went home 3 times, okay? Um, so so far I have had enough time away from family. And yesterday, my body just started to adjust it to slowness, and it felt so good. Like, always I was having a slow only, like, but like my body never it just, my body felt, that's like, I know you're gonna be experiencing this, but I was, after, you have, like, if you have gone through enough trauma, you would understand this, that even though you're out of that environment, you still are always in panic, even if nothing was going on, okay? You would be in panic, just that would be there. But then yesterday it was just like, I woke up and there was just this calmness, like, I can be calm. Yeah, Anyway, so I read this very beautiful thing that you are not getting rich to buy G Wagons or BMWs or big houses. You are getting rich to wake up in the morning and enjoy your coffee slowly, without any rush. You are getting rich to, sit down with your loved ones and be able to laugh. And for to have these moments of joy that comes through slowness, through connection and that calmness. You want to be rich for that. Okay? So start cultivating that kind of money will pour into you when you have that. Your nervous system is regulated enough to hold it, because you are cultivating their habits of deep breathing, slowness, calmness. You are preparing your nervous system for that kind of wealth already. So prioritize that. Another thing is, oh my god, there was this another thing that Spirit just asked me to speak about, and I said, like, in my mind, okay, I'll talk about it later. And now it has slipped, but it's gonna come back again. Spirit, reveal it to me again. Come on, guys. Let's count till 10. 10, give me 15 seconds. You count, no, 20 seconds. Count 20 to 1, backward counting, and I will remember it. Oh yes, see, I remember, right? I remember. I know I did it on time. Um, when there is so much stress and panic going on, just go to sleep. Even if you have to sleep for 16 hours a day, give yourself that sleep. Because your body wouldn't be sleepy if it doesn't need it, okay? I am not saying that you, like, so for example, you could wake up in the morning and then go get your sunlight, go for a walk, then you can come back and go to sleep again if that is what your body is desiring, and then you can wake up for half an hour, eat your lunch or whatever, and then walk, after lunch for 20 minutes and then go back to sleep again. If your body is desiring that level of sleep, good, give it. It's gonna be calm. You will be feeling refreshed. Because certain times, when we are having racy thoughts and all these things, it can create a lot of drama and unnecessary stress. Sleep really helps you. And yeah, sleeping on time, it's so, I'm still working on that, guys, genuinely. Okay. And plus, like, moon energy can keep you awake and all of these things, but also make wealth a very regular thing in your reality. Like being wealthy, being healthy, and self-care, all these things should be very, don't like put it on extreme pedestal. Some pedestal, oh my god, this is such a big deal to have that much amount of money. No, start to affirm to yourself, it is normal for me to make 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh rupees, 4 lakh rupees, 5 lakh rupees, per month, very easily. It's super easy for me and super effortless and super normal. And it's not even a big deal. Like, it's not a big deal, yeah. And like, I can make it without any efforts, and just like very simply, because like the way God works is through ease, right? So Yeah, it can happen for me very effortlessly. It's just very normal thing. Yeah, make it very normal, like really normal. And then also rehearse, start to rehearse in your mind, in your body. Yeah, like, you know, just not making it big deal, and just when this money does come into your mind, like into your bank account, into your life, whatever money you are wanting, or wealth. First of all, wealth, what is wealth truly for you? You gotta become truly, you know, like for me, it is to be able to take my dog out for a walk when she wants to, that I am free, I am with her, you know, I get to be with her all the time. It's wealth for me. And then I get to treat her nicely and take care of her health, give her food, and to be able to cook my own food, go get healthy food, get healthy recipes, cook it and eat it slowly, slowly, enjoy it. That's health. Like that's wealth, you know. And like self-care, that is wealth. To go out for a walk and be in nature, that's wealth. To be able to sleep as much as my body needs, as much sleep. And which I know is gonna be different. Some days it's gonna be 10 hours, some days it's gonna be 12, some days it's gonna be 14, some days it's gonna be 16. Okay, so I'm gonna give myself that. So that is wealth. And to be able to help as many people as I want to. Like when I say help, I know there are so many kids who need stationery. You guys, there was this child, and he said, can you get me one pencil? And I got him, I think, two or three pencil, and he was shocked. He was like, oh my god, three pencils. He couldn't believe, and I couldn't. Like, in that moment, I realized how much I can do good with my money. When I am, like, you know, if I am uh, doing this act of service, which is to getting wealthier. If I become wealthy, I'll be able to help so many people, and God just opened the door into my consciousness, how in ways I can help people. So many children need colors to paint, but they don't have the colors to buy. Even in my life, when somebody gets me groceries, you know, so far I was so grateful. Just like one packet of date, one packet of oat, one packet of or like one papaya, it meant a lot for me. Because right now also I need to get my eyebrows done, I need to get my normal bills pay, like mobile bill and rent and all of that. And any help that I receive, it feels like a big deal. I'm like, wow, not a big deal, but I'm like, wow, thank you, I'm so grateful. So I am like, how many people that I can help, if you know, with like just getting them groceries, getting them, it's so much I can do. And that's truly wow, wow, seriously. And then of course we can do a lot, you know, when we are rich financially, we are able to get better health, better access to doctors. All these things are really good. But also, why was I telling you all this? What were we talking about? It's okay. Anyway, I was talking about it because you were meant to hear this. Because God wanted you to hear this. That's why God spoke through me. You know, that's why I was talking about it. Um, yeah, become clear on what wealth is for you. And my this last few months, when I was going through, I have learned such beautiful lessons, you guys, about humanity, about we have so much of rules and beliefs like, okay, when you are in business you should become ruthless, you should become humanless, you not humanless but like emotionless, and you don't have to care about emotions, you own the only thing you care about money and all of those things, and this is where it's I was in the last 4 months, November, December, January, February, March, so far I had random people, like random as in like I met them 2 3 times, and one girl that I met only one time, another one who I just met like in around November, she helped me out with rent one time, okay, for 1 month, and it's been 4 months. She never asked her money back for her money back. Another girl, beautiful, gorgeous, and I deserve this support. I deserve this support. I deserve all the support. That I need in my life. So, but and then this girl who made a very generous amount of donation that I covered 1 month of my rent, yeah, and just did it so lovingly that I didn't even feel the pressure on my head, like, okay, that I need to pay her back, or I need to please her, I need to do something for her. Nothing. It came with love. It did felt like, yes, it came from love, okay? And that is what I wanted. I only want the energy exchange around money to come with the only with the energy of love, only with the energy of joy, only with the energy of highest good. And I also pray, like, Mother Earth, God, just, I only want the clients for whom it is in the highest good to work with me. I only want the win-win for me and for my clients. That's all. Okay. Anyway, so this thing, and then my landlady, it's her business to give apartments. That's how she eats and all of those things, right? She has been so calm, so generous, so patient with me, and never made me feel small and all those things. And yeah, so for 3 months, I am like, 3 months of rent that I have to still cover. And she has been just so kinder, like that generosity from her is so beautiful. And I've learned big lessons about, how. So I was always praying to Mother Earth that, Mother Earth, you lead my mind, you lead my body, you lead my heart. And then Mother Earth led my mind, body, and heart into, diving deep into my own shadows, into my own how I am operating, where I am not in my integrity and all of that. And then the purification of my heart started to happen, and that caused that miracle of generosity into my life, like epic generosity. And that is what I was praying, like, Mother Earth, send me um heart moving money, heart moving miracles, heart moving generosity, heart moving love, heart moving support. And this moved my heart. And I was also like, yes, I deserve it. I like me having healthy food, healthy home to stay. It's a normal thing. It's a normal basic right, and in my entire family line, which has been hit by scarcity a lot, like a lot. People, I grew up in like such scarcity. People who like are hijacked by lack, and they speak lack over you also. They will tell you like how scary this world is and how much scarcity in this world is, and then your mind gets limited and blocked, you know. So it took me a long time to realize how the value of the food, like how much important food is for us. Because I didn't grew up with food, enough food. There was always anxiety and panic around food at home. And so, you know, I when some basic need of yours does not get met, you start to either make that need bad, or you start to like literally suppress that need so much. But then that you will start to make that need met in some way, which will be very what do we say, no, very, in a very unintegrous way, like for example, when I was little, I was not getting enough food at home, and I was very ashamed of opening my tiffin and eating as well. I was very just ashamed. But what I would do is, in school I would just like make sure, like I would like to, I would want to eat from my friend's tiffin very sneakily, you know, or like just steal the food, even though I was not aware, like okay, I am hungry or the food is necessary, but I was doing all these things because they are very important, you know. Yeah, I hope you get it, what I mean. Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to think back to what we were discussing, which was um the important lesson that I learned because of this being in this phase of my life, and how God built me up to be wealthy. Like, if God is teaching you some lessons in your life and you have to go through a temporary period of poverty and lack, you guys, there is golden wisdom in that for you. Okay? Really pure golden wisdom. Uh, so I learned a lot by being in this space. Like okay, when I had the money, I know so many girls would be needing the money to just get their eyebrows done. Like in last 2 3 days, I was like, oh my god, I need to get my eyebrows done. How do I get my eyebrows done? I would be able to help so many girls, you know. So I learned that okay, I can help people with their eyebrows, I can help people by getting their groceries, I can help people, you know, with food, I can help people, of course, by listening to them, by not making them feel ashamed. Because one of the things that I learned, you know, as I was going through this, you know, barely having money, any money and all of those things, um I started to feel so small that I felt like, oh my god, no guy would want to talk to me. Who would like to date me? Nobody. You know, who would like to be friends with me? Because I'm constantly in panic, you know, like I need things. So anytime a human being comes near me, I'm like, hey, can you help me? And people don't want that pressure. And so I felt like everybody will run away from me because I am in need, right? So I learned a lot about human connection, how to genuinely support somebody who's going through something like that. Yeah. So wherever you are, you know, just keep your mind and heart and ears and eyes open to, because God is showing you where you would be needing to help others, where you will be needing to help others. Like how my landlord supported me, that generosity, that can only come, you know, when hearts are aligned. You can only understand and act in a righteous manner, truly in the highest good, when you are like, you know, your heart is aligned. Truly, when your heart is aligned, and then your prayer, because when your hearts are aligned, then your prayers become aligned. Like, God, I want to do the highest good. like even though I was going through all of this so much, I always also prayed that I want my landlady to do what is in the highest good of her business, you know. Even if like she throws me out or whatever, I, because I was like, I only want the highest good, God. And then when you pray for the highest good, everything you do, whether it is in business, in life, in relationships, it's gonna be so good, it's gonna be in the highest good, however it works out. So that is really required. And you guys, you and I, we are the leaders of this world moving forward, of our families, of our communities, we are the leaders, and we have to operate from our hearts. We have to keep our prayers aligned and in check. Okay, we have to be setting right intentions, like, God, I want to do good into this world. God, keep my mind focused, because we can easily get trapped into boosting our ego, like, see, I have this money, you see now, I am better than you, like, go to the friends and start to show off to them, start to put them down, or like just start to make yourself feel better, or to come across as somebody that who is worth. No, don't prove your value to nobody, because your real value, people, how they say that goldsmith, I think that's what it is called, goldsmith, somebody who works with gold, like they can understand the value of real gold by looking at it, just by the look, by when they look. That's how your people will recognize you. People who are meant to learn from you, people who are meant to get into your books, get into your watch your videos, get into your courses, or just who need to have connection with you, who need to listen to you, or God will guide your people to you. You don't have to go and prove like, hey, I am somebody you need to be listening to. No, you don't do that. You speak your truth, you do your work that God is guiding you to do, and then you let God take, like, from there. If it is just like that, it is really like that. Sometimes, we want to go to our friends and we just like, look, I'm so much more wiser than you. But when you stop proving a point, and all of that, you just stay there. Suddenly God does speak through you. It's like, God does. And even in those moments, you realize that I am just an instrument of God. Your ego does not get boosted up by that, because that's stupid. That is stupid. But also, it's a moment to moment intention, but also like realigning your focus, because we are programmed since birth. Our parents have always programmed us, like, look at them, now we become like, look at me, trying to get everybody's attention, like, hey, this is what I have got, no, don't give your power away like that. Who you are, the work you are doing, the kind of lessons, like the kind of things God taught you, and your people will come and learn it from you in the right time. But like, keep realigning. Anytime you find yourself getting distracted by however you're trying to get that ego boost, realign yourself back, that God, keep my mind, keep my body, keep my heart focused in self care, in my health care, in my wealth, in building my wealth, in helping people. Okay, in the caring of the hearts of the other people. Yeah, it's just really beautiful. And together, what we can do is so powerful and beautiful. The kind of energy that we operate from, with love, You guys, you have no idea what you can do with your alignment with your heart. You building that love in your heart, you building that integrity in your heart. It is so powerful. It's like that force is so powerful that it pulls out big miracles, truly big miracles in your life. Very powerful. Okay, get into my, like, hire me for one-on-one sessions over voice note, video calls, and like my 12 weeks of mentorship for that heart purification, for intuitive or psychic guidance, spiritual guidance, or if you want to move through shame, fear, guilt, and all these unprocessed emotions, limiting beliefs. You want to step into your power, into your, that you want to make your life magical, hire me. You want to get into your artistic abilities, unlock your creativity, and just like get into this godly confidence within you, tap into that. I'm your girl. Okay, link of everything is in my bio. Another thing that will bring big magic in your life is my magic paintings. And you can also donate for my fruits, vegetables, rent, and just like, yeah, it will help me a lot. And you can also donate for my fruits, vegetables, rent, bills, and yeah, all of these things. Link of that also in my bio.